Hi guys, it's Stephanie Lee. Today we're in my home office and I'm going to show you how I took my signature look and jazzed it up. Okay, so to begin this look, you want to make sure all of your skincare products are on. And now I'm going to go in with my Verse sunscreen product. It's super lightweight and you know that it's not going to interfere with your makeup application. Wearing sunscreen is a definite must if you want to prevent any sun damage. Now we're going to go into our makeup products, and that's the reason you guys are all here. I'm going to use my beauty blender, and I always make sure that it's damp because this is going to ensure that your makeup goes on super flawless and you're able to blend out your product. So I'm going to use my patmograph concealer, and this one is M19. I'm just going to use this on my blemish. I like to just dab it in to make sure that I don't take the product off once it's there. Now I'm just going to apply a brighter concealer right into the inner corners and right onto the outsides. This concealer is by NYX and it's the Can't Stop Won't Stop. It's one of my favorite because it really is long wearing. And I'm just going to tap my eyes. This is the technique I found that keeps my makeup in place, and it also requires a lot less blending for those of us who find blending a bit too tedious. So you skip those parts altogether. You don't have to skip your concealer and your contour if you just apply less at a time. So now I'm going to take a shade that's a little bit closer right here. It's still light, but not too light. I'm going to go in with this Huda Beauty contour product, and this is a cream to powder product, and I really love it because it just looks super tan, and it's actually the perfect color for melanated beauties. So I really love this, and I'm just going to apply it to the backs of my cheekbones, then around my forehead so I can make it a little bit more narrow. I love to apply these cream products first, and then I'm going to blend everything together with my foundation, and it's going to look super natural and just naturally sculpted. And that's what I look for when I apply makeup. I want to look as natural as possible where people don't know where my makeup and my real skin begin and end. You can always add it around your jawline just to make it a little bit more defined. And I'm using such little bit of product. This is why I really love this cream product. We're gonna go in with our powder products after we apply our foundation, but I just want to show you guys how I get the base of everything, just to see where I need to contour, what I need to conceal, what I need to highlight. I like to get that out of the way. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of my foundation and then blend all the edges. Wherever I didn't put any concealer and contour, I'm going to go in with my foundation. And this is Skin Fetish by Pat McGrath. And I'm just going to get a little bit of that onto my hand and then blend with the beauty blender. I like to pinch it and then I can get right up to my nose. I think it's super important that we all have that signature look that we love. So if you're looking for one, try this one out. I'm pretty sure that you'll be happy with it, especially if you just like that fresh face feel in the summertime. This is definitely perfect because my skin just feels like it can breathe. Yeah, I know that I have makeup on and I know how much, and that is no one else's business. So now we're just going to set our face and then apply our products. Okay, so I'm going to set underneath my eyes using my RCMA powder. I have used so many, and this is the one that I know always keeps my eye makeup looking flawless. Underneath my eyes can look so fresh when I'm about to wash my face off at night, and I love that because it's so hot in New York. And this just works really well for me. So I'm going to use the tip of my damp beauty blender and make sure that you look up so that you can smooth out underneath your eyes. You don't want to set any creases. I'm also going to apply this right here. So I tend to get really oily in these areas. And I'm not going to bake, just going to apply that just to set. And now I'm going to brush it away. Very gently, you don't want to remove all of that work that you just went through. And then for all over, I'm going to go in with my Collab foundation powder. Now I'm going to use it with the same brush I just used to blend away my setting powder. And I'm just going to tap where my bronzer is going to go. I don't like to apply my bronzer to wet foundation because then it's going to be super hard to blend away. Always apply a buffer so that the wet foundation isn't sticky. I don't know if you've ever applied your bronzer and then felt like you couldn't blend it. It's possibly because you didn't apply anything to soak up all that moisture. It does not have to be a foundation powder. It could just be a setting powder, a translucent powder. I tend to like to reach for this product. I'm going to use my Caramel Cutie by Fenty Beauty, and this is a bronzer and I absolutely love it. I'm applying it to the same areas I applied that contour product just to reinforce the shape and to put the life back into my face. For my highlighter, I'm going to go in with this highlighter by e.l.f. and it's the 24 karat gold, and it reminds me of one of my all-time favorite highlighters, but they're a lot more expensive than this one. So I was super excited when I saw this color. It is just absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to spray the tip of my brush so I can really pick up that pigment, and I'm going to start off by applying this to the inner corners of my eye, also to the tip of my nose, and a little bit down the bridge of my nose. Also, you can apply this to your Cupid's bow. And I always apply it right here just to give my face a little bit more dimension. I'm also going to apply this to the high points of my cheek. I like to do it like right underneath my eye, so where the arch of my brow meets the top of my cheekbone. I love a dewy look. Highlighter is definitely my weakness. I definitely need someone to always be around to just take the brush away from me and say that's enough. Okay, so to begin my eyeshadow look, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in Eden, and this is my all-time favorite one only because of its doe foot applicator, which makes it super easy to apply your primer, and also the color of it helps to intensify those eyeshadows. It just kind of cancels out any colors that may be on your eyelid. Say you have a lot of veins that pop through, this is the perfect eyeshadow primer to really balance all that out and just give you a nice even canvas for your eyeshadows. I have super oily lids naturally, so the summertime it's even worse. I always have to prime. I'm going to start off defining my crease using this eyeshadow pencil, and this is by Melt Cosmetics, and it's their all day everyday ultra matte eyeliner. The shade is Colombia, and I'm just going to apply this right to my crease area, and then I'm going to blend it out. I'm using a synthetic brush, and this one is a pencil brush by Makeup Addiction. Using these little pencil detailing brushes helps to really define your crease. It also helps just pinpoint exactly where you want your color, so it's not going all over your eyelids. If you want this to be really intense, you could always have used a black eyeliner. I went in with the brown because I said this is going to be super subtle. I just wanted to add some definition to my crease area. Now I'm going to use my Sassy Sienna palette by Dose of Colors, and I'm just going to use this dark brown color right here at the end, and I'm going to use the same brush that I just used to apply that pencil, just because I still want to stay pretty precise in my crease area, not really trying to get this all over. Now you want to start blending that out. I love doing tiny little circular motions to really get those eyeshadows blended together. I'm going to pick up my highlighter using this flat defining brush to really clean up underneath this crease area. Like I said, if you use tiny little brushes, it helps to really be precise. This way you don't make any mistakes, or if you do make a mistake, it's a little easier to clean up. I'm just going to take my liquid pencil. This one is by Benefit, it's their roller liner, and I'm just going to apply this right on my lash line. I'm not winging this out. I'm just going to define my lash line so that when I apply my eyelashes, they kind of have something there besides my little baby lashes. Now it's time for our mascara, and I'm just going to apply this simply for the purpose of dusting any eyeshadow off, because I need that glue to stick. I don't want to be mid-dance and my eyelash starts to lift off in the corners because I didn't give it a proper base. I'm going to use these Ardell lashes to really amplify this look. The best way to apply your lashes is to always just look down into your mirror and then go right on top of your lash line. For my lips, I'm going to use my MAC Cosmetics Vegas Volt lipstick. This is an all-time favorite for me. It is absolutely beautiful in the summertime. It makes you look super tan. And I'm going to line my lips using Cork Lip Liner, which is a staple product for me because it just looks super natural. Just gives you that great contour shadow look on your lips. And I always advise on using a lip liner because you want your lipstick to stay in place all day. I'm just going to dab it on my lips since I just want to show you guys this look without taking the focus away from the eyes. Now that my lipstick is on, I'm going to just finish off by applying my blush. I usually save this for the last step because I want to see how much blush I need. You can easily put too much if you don't have all the other color on your face, so I like to see just what I need, so I put the right amount of blush, since you want this to look like you're just glowing from within and not really just having powder on your face. The color that I'm going to use is Hot Flush, which is absolutely perfect for this hot girl look. And I'm going to get this right on the backs of my cheeks versus right here by the nose. I am feeling super summery with this look. So pretty. Thanks for watching Hot Girl Style Home Edition.